Hello, and welcome to a Fails Wins Guy how-to tutorial. Today we're going to build a poor man's sugarcane farm. You do not have to have any nether experience. You do not have to have anything except a bit of wood, a bit of sand, and a bit of mining. We are going to need redstone and iron, but this is so dead simple. Anybody can do it. Once you have it set up, you have to do nothing. It's completely automatic. I've got sugar cane up the wazoo now. You can have the same. Now I'll show you two versions. One is just a single wide where you have a row of 8 sugar cane. Another one is if you put 2 next to each other, sharing the same water trough. And then I'll show you a larger version where those double pods are laid out back to back. Let's get to it. If you want to build a single line of 8 sugar cane above ground, you'll need extra blocks. If you want the water to be flowing just below ground, then you don't need these extra 17 blocks. The very minimum you need 10 building blocks of any kind, 8 sand or gravel, a chest, a hopper, 8 pistons, 9 redstone dust, a redstone torch, a bucket of water, and of course your sugarcane saplings. Now you will have to have done some mining at some point in order to get the iron and redstone that you need, and then you'll need wood as well for the piston and the chest, obviously. For the pistons, you need 24 wood planks, 32 cobblestone, 8 iron ingots, and 8 redstone dust. This is the form that takes the absolute minimum number of blocks, where the water level is just below ground. That's what that should look like. Basically what we're going to do is build it 1 block higher. It takes more blocks, but you can see it better. So if you're going to have the water flow sitting on top of the ground, you're going to need to dig a little spot for the hopper and the chest. I'm just using a single chest right here. And if you want a double chest, you can either pull it out this way or over that way. And then hit your shift key, put your hopper pointing into that chest. Now we need to, that's going to be the last line of water, so we need to put blocks around that water. So let's put this barrier wall up over here. This is the side where the sugar cane is not going to grow. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And of course we need an end cap for that. And then we can put our sand down, and there will be 8 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The water trough is ready to go. Now we've just got to add the pistons. Now the pistons have to fire across the top of the sand. And it can't be at the level where my feet are, because that's where the initial sapling is going to go. It has to be up another layer so that when the sugarcane grows, then the pistons will knock it off. So this has to be too high, and we'll put our piston on top of that. So put your line of 8 here and then double that, because that's where the pistons are going to sit on top of. Pistons want to face this way toward the growth of the sugar cane, so just put them on top of those blocks like that. And now you just need to add the redstone bits. I have a poor man's scaffold over here. Dirt blocks. First of all, every one of these pistons needs a touch of redstone dust. You can put the redstone directly on the piston. If you do put blocks on top, put the redstone on the blocks. You need to put a block here, get rid of that, and a block here, and put our redstone torch here. And we just need one last bit of redstone on top of this. There they go. They're ready. Put your source block of water up against the end cap. It'll push everything down this way. And now you can plant your sugar canes, 8 of them, which is exactly the length of that water flow. That's done. But that's the minimum blocks for having the water flow on top of the ground. For the single line, that's what you've got. Now, how do you double them up? Let's take that next. Sticking with our above ground model, to add a second line attached to this trough of water, you'll need 8 building blocks, 8 sand or gravel, 8 pistons, 9 redstone dust, a redstone torch, and of course the 8 sugarcane saplings. The first thing we'll do is we'll replace this barrier wall with sand, and then we'll use those 8 building blocks over here to support our pistons. The water is going to leak, so just be ready for that. And finally, just like so. So let's collect these. These guys are going to go right here behind the sand blocks. Eight of those. Where did my other 2 go? I'm missing 2. Did they fall down here? Yes, they did. The water transportation system works. I'm in the middle of something here, buddy. Thanks for all that groovy leather armor that I'll never be able to use. Okay, I'm just going to put these building blocks here, and we will come back and finish this in the morning. Okay, here we are back. Like so. Let's prepare our redstone action. This torch here needs to be where the block update is happening, and then that will send the signal across the redstone dust on top of this block and all along the pistons. And let's just test this. There we go, and they've all fired. That's it. That's how you can have a double line sharing the same water trough. Now, if we're going to do that, we might as well take advantage of the redstone action and back pistons up next to each other, like this. And they can, this, if there's a row of pistons here and a row of pistons here next to it, they can share the same redstone torch, so we can save on resources that way. So here's an example of a sugarcane farm where we have multiple pods sharing the same redstone action, sharing the same block update action. Here's a single line, just like we built earlier, with blocks on top of the pistons. Here's the line next to it, but instead of it having its own redstone coming in this way, it's actually sharing the same redstone firing action in this row. And that looks like this. All the same way. They're all sharing each other's redstone signals. So when this guy grows up, he fires not only this row of pistons, he also fires this connected back-to-back row of pistons right here. Right there. Simple. And it works great. I stand around and do nothing. And all of these troughs feed into this main transportation system. And they all go flying down here into this chest. Look, I've already got a stack and some. Yes, okay, I didn't bring my bow with me, so where are you? Some of the neighbors are so rude. Where'd he go? Ah, you got stuck in my water trough, did you? Serves you right. So here I have a stack and some. And I did nothing. All I have to do is come and collect it. It's brilliant. If you're early game, you haven't been to the nether, it's by far the easiest way to grow sugarcane. Costs practically nothing. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know I did. I have a lot of respect. I tell you, I have a lot of respect for all those people making tutorials out there. It's a lot harder than it looks. So well done, all of you.